I've been meaning to say this forever, and I never have. But if you're going to live off-grid, take care of chickens and homestead or whatever you're going to do, make sure you get yourself a rain poncho. I let this thing hang out here all the time, and when it's raining, I can just put it on. And waterproof boots. You got to have waterproof boots. You can see here my boots are absolutely saturated, but my feet are dry. And I just get the cheap Walmart kind. It's not like that you're going to wear them out very fast, walking around in dirt all the time. But of course, you get whatever you want. So I noticed something yesterday when I came out here to make some food. We had a hailstorm the other day, and it wasn't that bad of a hailstorm, but it was a hailstorm, and it knocked a hole in my plastic roof. Now these things are designed for roofing material, but I guess it busted it. So I took some silicone. I was able to fill in the gap. It's got a little bit of leak left, so after it dries, I'll put another coat on that. But what I'll end up doing is I'll just replace this. This isn't very expensive. It's only I don't know, maybe 15 bucks, $13 for a sheet of that. I only need a little piece because it only comes right there and it overlaps. So I like this see-through roof. It does a really nice job letting the sunlight through, and it's real pleasant out here in the wooded area. You know, we're surrounded by trees. It's nice when the moon is out. You can see the moon through it. So I'm not that disappointed. It was only the one little spot that broke. I went over the truck, see if there was any dents in the truck from the hail. There was no dents there. The well house, which is the same material, except it's brown, it didn't bust. So it is what it is. It's just one little spot. I guess that happens when you're a homeowner. I don't know. I know that back when I was building this house, people would have been happy to tell me that it was a terrible idea to use that stuff. You should have used something else. But you can see here, nothing happened on that. We use this to butcher chickens. I do. It cleans up real nice and easy. Pour some bleach on it, clean it up a little real good, and then I can use it as a table to butcher chickens. So it's dual purpose. So this morning it was raining hard. Got up at 5 o'clock. It was thunder and storms all night, lightning and thunder. I didn't sleep very good because of it. And that's just the way it is with thunderstorms. You're just not going to sleep well. So I come down here and start the generator at 5 o'clock in the morning because I'm not going to get any charge with all this rain and clouds. It's just not charging. The grass is so overgrown. It's going to take me a week to get through it. Oh well, it is what it is. This has just been a really rainy season, but there's flood warnings everywhere. People are being rescued as we speak, according to the weather app. Flooding rains, and it's going to rain some more tonight and tomorrow. So I come down and I start the generator this morning. Now this may look tacky, but I'm actually quite proud of it. I got a little piece of scrap metal. I covered up my generator. That way it's not getting that sun beating down on it all the time. Keeps the rain off of it, and I don't know, just trying to preserve it. Of course, it rains so hard to splash back up, but it's better than nothing. And the thing I like about it is it's easy to remove. I can just take it off, fill the gas, do whatever I need to do. I'm sure somebody's going to say, oh, that's terrible looking. It was a nice, easy thing to do, and I didn't have to dig holes or anything. It's flexible, it's movable, because the generator's going to have to move around. Yes, I could have built something, but I don't know. I'm quite happy with that. So then I go back up to the house and I start working on my video. I do that every morning. I get up, start the coffee, walk down here, start the generator, and I only do the generator if it's cloudy or while I'm running the incubator, either way. But had to run it this morning. So on the days that it's going to be cloudy, I unplug the house from the batteries and I plug it directly into the generator. That way the batteries get a nice little top off charge. So that's what I did this morning. It was going to be cloudy, so I unplugged the house from the batteries, plugged it into the generator, and it's just a little switch over there. I got inside the camper, I can just switch it over. So that's pretty easy. Then I go over and I open up the chicken coop door so they can come out and play whenever they're ready. And I go back over to the house, work on my video. I was working on my video for maybe a half hour, so I would say 5:45, and the computer shuts off. Now my computer isn't really a computer, it's a tablet with Windows on it. It's real small, doesn't use a lot of electric, and it's got a battery on it, backup battery, and it just shuts off. So I don't know, I start working on it, trying to figure out what's wrong with it. And it kept telling me I was going to have to reformat the computer. and it told me to type in my password. The problem is now you're using a touch screen. And for whatever reason, if I touched up here, it would do something down here. So I had to try to match the letter up here to the imaginary spot so it would actually type down here. And I couldn't get it. I mean, it was just impossible to do. So I was ready to go get a computer. Carolyn wakes up. She actually woke up a little bit earlier this morning than usual. She got up at 6. So I said, you know, when you're ready, we need to go to Walmart and get a new computer. And I'll just make a short little video and I'll tell everybody that I couldn't make a video today or upload one or anything. But I could upload a small video from my phone. So that's what I intended to do. Just let everybody know I wasn't abandoning them. Nothing happened to me. I remember the last time I didn't make a video, you know, you get hundreds of emails. Are you okay? And I appreciate that. But so I was going to make a small little video and then start the process of doing all the things you got to do to a new computer. So I got up while I was doing all this and I was going to get another cup of coffee. Now, I remember, I'm tired because of the thunderstorms. I'm frustrated because the computer has just died. So I'm not paying attention to anything around me. And I go get the cup of coffee and I notice the incubator has shut off. Oh, what is going on? And then I thought, well, maybe the generator has ran out of gas. So I get my poncho back on, I come back down here, and it was out of gas. It seemed really strange to me. I felt like I just filled it up a few days ago. But maybe I ran it more than I realized because it's been so cloudy. And I've been actually keeping track of all the hours I run. So I go back up to the house, and I check, and I thought, oh yeah, I ran it more than I thought I did. Because one day I ran it 4 hours, which is very odd. So, no big deal. So, I get my coffee. The incubator's working again, so I start working on my computer again. And I don't know, it just kind of hit me. Maybe the battery is dead on the tablet, which would have been very strange. I got up at 5. By 5:45, I noticed the incubator was off. So 45 minutes. So I started back up with the plug-in, with the generator running again. Sure enough, fires right up. So apparently the tablet battery has gone bad and it couldn't hold a charge for very long. So here I am about ready to reformat my computer if I ever can figure out how to get the numbers to type in, the password. Then I decided we're just going to get another laptop. All the while, it was just the simple loss of electricity. It's the first time I've been without electricity since we started the nomad life. So I haven't been without electricity in, what, 5 years, 6 years? So the funny thing is Carolyn is noticing on Facebook, she always gets on Facebook in the morning, checks Marketplace and everything, and she noticed nobody from the closest town has made any post all night long. So a couple hours ago, she said, oh, well, I found out why nobody's making any post on Facebook group. It's because the town had been out of electric also. I've never done that before. I've never ran out of gas. I keep pretty good track of how much gas I use. Usually, before I got this new generator, I would try to fill the generator up every time I'd start it. That way I always know I have plenty of gas. Well, with this new generator being propane, I figured what I would do is I would run it all the way down to near empty and just keep track of my hours, because if I ever wanted to switch over to propane for whatever reason, I wouldn't have a lot of gas in the tank that I would have to drain out. So my excitement of having a new generator that can run propane has ran me into a problem. That's why I also started keeping track of how many hours I've been running the generator on my phone. Well, so I also know when to change the oil. The old generator used oil so badly that when the low oil indicator would shut off the generator, I just changed oil right then. It was about 25 hours there towards the end of its useful life. Well, now I got this new one. I'm just gonna have to get readapted to make sure that I'm not running out of electricity. Now, my bigger concern was the incubator being shut off for some period of time. It hadn't been longer than an hour. It couldn't have been. I got up at 5, and by 6 o'clock, Carolyn was awake, and I was telling her we're gonna have to go get a new tablet. I wasn't sure how long the eggs could go without being incubated, without damage. I was thinking it was 20 minutes, but that didn't seem right. But remember, I'm tired, I'm foggy. And when Carolyn got up, I asked her, how long can it be down for? She said, well, it can be down up to 4 hours. That's how long a hen can leave its chickens. When I turned the incubator back on, it was down to 92 degrees. And the incubator we've got it set at 100.5 degrees. So it didn't even cool off that much, and we should be completely fine. The incubator's back up and running, and it's turning the eggs. I guess the whole point of this is, I guess you're just gonna run into problems when you got this kind of weather. I mean, we just had such terrible weather here recently. Can't get anything done, hole in the ceiling. I forgot to mention the chicken run. The chickens have pushed all the straw up against the fence. And I never thought anything about it. That's fine, whatever they want to do, it can compost there. So they got all the straw that I've laid up over the winter pushed to the fence, and it's holding back the water in the chicken run. So we've got like 3 inches of water, just standing water in the chicken run. Well, when I realized that this morning, I pulled the straw away and it just rushed down the hill. So we got this flooding in the chicken run, we got a hole in the ceiling. Generators having to run all the time nearly. 2 hours in the evening, 3 hours in the morning, because we're just not getting enough sunlight. I mean, we're getting enough sunlight to keep the batteries pretty much charged throughout the day, running the refrigerator and the incubator, but I still got to charge it up a couple hours at night just to make sure I got enough electricity to get through the nighttime. And of course, you know my problems with the well. The well gets dirty with this much rain. It just saturates the ground, drains right down into the well, and it gets dirty. So I got to flush it out, but I can't flush it out until it's had a chance to dry for about 2 days. So yesterday I flushed it out, got the tank filled up, but now it's dirty again. So not complaining, but these are just some of the struggles that we've run into with the season of spring here. Seems like spring is our toughest time of the year. I just got this new Super Thanks button down at the bottom. So if you feel generous and you want to donate because I provide you with decent entertainment, I'd appreciate it. So I hope I can inspire you to get through the rough patch when you're living your dream. Thanks for watching.